Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is July 1st, and this is your aftermarket update. All right. Before we get into a long holiday weekend here, 4th of July is on Thursday. I want to talk to you a little bit about our sweet spot retracement, and then I want to show you another trade that we got into on the CL today. Again, the sweet spot retracement is something that I am offering in an introductory course that we offer you here at the Oil Trading Group. You see a couple of these levels marked here on the chart today. In fact, we took this trade in the trade room here today, and I'm going to show you this trade that we took. It came down 29.68 quarter, and if you come up here, it actually went as far up here as almost 6 points, right? 5 3/4 points there on that ES move. Just very little bit of heat. In fact, that was about what is the low of this bar? The low of this bar here was 67 quarters. So I gave you 4 ticks of heat. I had a 2-point stop, and actually I let it pass through and then got in on the break back up over the top. So you don't even see us take that much heat. And that was a sweet spot retracement there on the ES today. And we actually took this trade. It did go up as high as 6 points. I was looking for it to actually come up into the VWAP around 75 to 76. It did come back and stop me out at I think it was about 3.5 points. I think maybe 3.25 points on the on that trade. So really nice trade there on your sweet spot retracement. If you look up here, you can see I had another nice trade today too, off of our market maker level daily structure signal. So we actually caught this ride to the downside here. And so we had a couple of really nice trades here on the ES today. It was a very good opportunities. On the CL today, I got bounced around a little bit. This sweet spot retracement here actually that I did not take, but I would show you, I still show you how to draw it here. If you end up picking up that introductory course, there were 11 ticks of heat on this entry here. Actually, is that 11 ticks of heat, 58.45, and it gave you literally 11 ticks of heat. And if you got in here, you had it rode up as high there as 85 ticks. So in this $47 training course, one training course, 4 lessons. One of the lessons is the teaching you how to draw this sweet spot retracement. I gave you 85 ticks here. We took this trade. This happened while we were in the trade room here today. We did take this trade, so I'm going to show you as we took that trade in the trade room. Also today, again, you'll notice that we're up about 40 ticks here. We had a really handsome short today on the CL from your market maker levels. Now, on the CL today, I'd taken a couple of stops early in the session, and so I end up with a $800 trade that gets me out of the hole here and up 40 ticks on the day. But that was the short here right in this area at the structure signal. So what had happened here today is the market comes down, makes this low into 14, rallies back over the top of this 59.37. I actually got long here, and then I got stopped out. I think I trail stopped out to the tick before it rallied all the way up to 75. What we talked about in the trade room is that if the market were to touch into this RTH mid and it missed it by 3 ticks, and of course the VWAP was in that same area, we were going to be looking to get short to carry it down to the RTH target. Well, it never really gave us an opportunity to get in, but where I'll show you the trade of the day that we actually got in was down right here when it broke this 36.37 area. We looked to take that down to 96, which is exactly what it did. It went down a little bit deeper, rotated back up, came all the way down one more time, and actually triggered the entry at the sweet spot retracement, and it was at that point that the market just rallied on up. So a couple of things here I want to show you. Again, the reward to risk ratio that we use, which is a very important component to what we do, and that's also one of the key components to this training course. And then, of course, I'm going to show you that setup, how to draw this sweet spot retracement. Again, it's $47. I'm showing you 2 trades here. One trade that went 85 ticks or $850 per contract on the CL, and then I'm actually going to show you the trade that I took in the trade room that went $350 or $175 per contract on the ES. if you do the math right, you got to figure out that there's good value in learning how to do this setup. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed to work every time, but there's good value in learning that setup. It's a very inexpensive way to get introduced to our trading courses. And again, we did this trade in front of a live audience in the trading room today. So again, 2 trades here you're going to look at. I want you to pay attention to the price ladders. The P&L is always shown on screen as we go through this stuff. You can see the entries and exits, and you'll hear me call them out in very clear and concise ways. So what I'm going to do is what I always do here is I will show you the entry. We'll speed up the trade. You'll get to see where I get out, put a little music behind it, and you'll get a good sense of exactly what it is that we do from a trading perspective in here on a day in and day out basis. So without further ado, here are those OTG trades of the day. In at 68 quarter, stop 66 quarter. Target back to 72 to 76 VWAP. In at 36 short. Stop here is 46. We know that there's going to be liquidity at 30.